Arsenal transfer news, but headlining the Rodrygo goes. The Brazilian star has fallen out of favor in the final weeks of the season, with Los Blancos finally seeming to come to terms with the idea that a front three of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo is unbalanced. According to Ben Jacobs, Real Madrid would consider pulling the trigger on a deal for a fee in the region of 90 to 100 million euros. The 24-year-old has attracted the attention of Chelsea, Arsenal and Liverpool, who are not working on him as a priority, but may look to move for him as an opportunity. Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal inquired about Rodrygo in January too, but were swiftly knocked back. Rodrygo still has 3 years left on his deal, meaning Real Madrid are still in a strong negotiation position. That said, unless Xabi Alonso sets out a clear role for him and convinces Rodrygo to stay, the fact that it is known that the player and the club want an exit will bring his price tag down. Interestingly, Jacobs does not mention Manchester City, who in past summers have made a formal approach for Rodrygo, and have always been credited with a strong interest in him. Rodrygo will no doubt be hoping for a key role on his preferred left side, after often acting as a sidekick to Vinicius. Eberechi is going to move soon, and Arsenal need to be on it. The cup final was fantastic at the weekend, unless you are a Manchester City fan of course, but for pretty much everyone else who was watching it was just a joy to see Crystal Palace win and see their fans celebrate a first ever major trophy. The scenes in the stands were just brilliant. It was impossible not to be touched by the emotion that flooded out of all those Palace supporters after the full-time whistle. That's what football is all about. It was absolutely no surprise to me to see Eberechi make the difference on the day. I thought he was superb, and it wasn't just his goal, it was the way he played the game. Especially in the second half. He was so clever with the ball whenever he was in possession. I think he's a wonderful player, someone who would be perfect for this Arsenal team. He can play on the left side of the attack, which Arsenal clearly need, but he can also play centrally, so would give Mikel Arteta another option there as well. I don't know if the club are seriously considering him as a target this summer. I've not been told that they are. But if they are not, then they really should be. You can see that he's ready to take that next step in his career now. He's going to move soon, even the most ardent Palace fan will know that is the case, and if he does come on the market this summer, then Arsenal should be at the front of the queue. J.Pedro linked with Arsenal, but he's not what they need. I have to admit the J.Pedro link that we've seen recently is not one that does very much for me in terms of excitement. He's a good player. He catches my eye almost every time I watch Brighton, but I look at him and I just don't really think he is someone that this Arsenal squad needs right now. He's not an out-and-out number 9, and he's not really a player who likes to play out wide either. Both of those positions have to be the priority for Arsenal this summer. The only way I really see someone like J.Pedro being useful for Arsenal is if he was to sign in addition to a new number 9 and a new winger, and I really don't see that happening given the money Arsenal are going to have to spend elsewhere. J.Pedro celebrates a goal for Brighton. J.Pedro celebrates a goal for Brighton. Photo by Mike Hewitt/Getty Images. And we know that J.Pedro would not come cheaply. Brighton spent around £30 million to bring him in from Watford in 2023, and you would think they would want double that at the very least to let him go. So I would be surprised if that's one that Arsenal follow up.